and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome to my channel and thank you so much for being here. Guys, today I am so freaking excited to bring you this haul. If you are a returning subscriber, you'll probably know that I have quite a love affair with Lindy Bop. I have done a haul with them in the past. Make sure you check out my other Lindy Bop haul before you leave as well. I just love that there are so many great styles that are available in my size for a really affordable price, and I'm so happy to say that I've teamed up with Lindy Bop again. All of these pieces were so kindly sent to me. Before you guys leave though, make sure you check out the coupon code, which I will have in the description below. If you are new and you don't know what Lindy Bop is, I'm going to quickly just tell you a little bit about them before we get to the haul. Lindy Bop is a vintage inspired online store from sizes, I believe, small to 5X. I am a US customer though, so 5X fits a little differently. I am actually a 4X, which is the equivalent of a US 18. It is very important to be mindful of that before placing an order. There are so many precious pieces on Lindy Bop, so I'm not going to make you guys wait any longer. Grab a snack, get comfortable, and let's get started. Alright guys, I have to start with this absolutely precious sweater that I'm wearing. I really like sleeves that go to my wrists because I just notoriously always stretch it out because I like doing this. This makes me feel very safe. I don't know why, but this sweater in general is so cozy. It is on the thinner side though, so it is really quite perfect for fall. I really love that we have this ribbon detail right at the top, and this is just straight up a ribbon. I suck at tying things though, so it doesn't look as pretty as it did when it came out of the package. This came in a size extra large, which is interesting because I didn't think that I could ever wear an extra large, but you can see there's a lot of room to this. The only downside, and if you are somebody who doesn't wear their shirts tucked, I wear everything tucked, so it's not a big deal. This does not even begin to cover my belly. This is definitely more of a cropped sweater, but I actually quite like cropped sweaters, and in general, this one just sits really well. I'm very happy with the fit. The shoulders are always an issue for me because I got me some broad shoulders. This could be a casual sweater or a not so casual sweater. I can easily see myself putting like a bright, bold lip with this and going a little bit fancier. Okay, so the next piece is actually what I'm wearing on my bottom right now. I'm going to insert some footage so you can actually see it because I didn't think this through. It's this brown plaid pencil skirt with really nice pockets right up at the waist. I do believe I'm wearing this in a size 4X, which as I mentioned is the equivalent of a US 18, and I was a little nervous when I took it out of the package that it wasn't going to fit me right at all. And here's something you should know about me. I am what I like to call an apple shape, which means I carry most of my weight around the belly. I have a lot of back fat and I have thinner legs, so pencil skirts actually don't really fit me correctly. But this one unfortunately doesn't fit me the way that I was hoping. However, when I'm sitting down right now, it's like a perfect tight fit around my legs, but everywhere else it's just a little too tight. I have really good posture right now because of this. I really like the fabric on the bottoms though. It's this wonderful thick, I guess like woven fabric, and it's got nice lining on the inside, which means I don't have any sort of irritation from the fabric because I am super finicky and weird about what kind of stuff touches my skin. But I really love that even though I'm going to be wearing a skirt out when it's much colder outside, this is actually going to keep me warm because it's a nice thick fabric. It feels so freaking well made. It's unreal. Like, I'm liking that I have tiny little pockets. They're not like the best pockets in the world, but at least it's something. I really love this skirt so much. I think it looks great paired with this top. Alright, so moving on to the next piece, and yes, it is another skirt in that same sort of fabric that I just talked about. Very heavy, which I love because I definitely have picked up fall skirts before that just were not thick enough for me to really even use it practically. So this is not only going to be fashionable, but practical for fall. I got this one in a US 18, UK 22, and it fit me perfectly. I wouldn't have sized up, I wouldn't have sized down. It is so beautiful. I'm loving plaid for fall, but I really think this would be great for Christmas time as well because I'm gonna get a lot of wear out of this. Again, same thing as the skirt that I just mentioned. We do have lining on the inside. It's sort of like a slipperier fabric. Again, I'm just completely blown away by by the quality of these skirts. They're so nice on the body. I like the feeling of them a lot. There's so many different ways that you can wear this. I'd even pair these two together here. I really like those colors together. See, ooh, that's so Christmassy. I already know what I'm gonna wear for my Christmas parties. This skirt does hit me at the knees, so that is something to be mindful of as well. I am about 5'8". Okay, so moving on to our next piece. It's this really pretty, I guess they call this mustard, but it looks a little bit more brown to me, but I guess you could call it sort of like spicy mustard. I was immediately drawn to the collar here. I don't own anything like it, but I love a good collar. Who doesn't like a good collar? It continues on to the back as well. And again, this one was a US 18. I found it was a little bit tighter though than the other fits, and that's the thing to note about Lindy Bop. Some items will fit a little tighter. I absolutely love this dress. I love the heaviness of it. I love the feel of it. I should also mention it came with a belt, but it is in the bottom of my box, and I don't really feel like digging for that, so we're just gonna ignore that part. And I put it on, and you've probably already seen it in the footage. I noticed there was unfortunately a little rip right here, and that's probably just manufacturing issues. It looks like it literally ripped right along the seam there, so maybe it got snagged in something. So obviously that is a thing that I don't love about this dress, but everything else about it though is great. I love it. I want to pair it with like a white beret. There's so many different ways to wear this, especially for the fall. It is such a gorgeous color. It also does come in a green, and I was quite conflicted about which one I wanted. Very cute, and I like it a lot. Okay, so my next piece in the haul is one that, oh, I am just so in love with, but let's be realistic, I love all of these pieces. It's this really pretty, I guess, suspender style skirt in this corduroy fabric, and I don't typically like corduroy, but there's something that's really, I don't know, playful and innocent about corduroys, and this entire thing looks like something that maybe my mom would have put me in when I was like 10, and I'm okay with that because I'm always trying to harness the style that I had when I was a kid, because my mom did a pretty good job of dressing us. You can see it's this really lovely shade of green, and I like that it has the red accent. Again, this is something that could very, very easily carry over into the winter time. I'm not a huge fan of how the straps work. It's one of like the things I don't love about it, because you kind of have to tie it through the front, and it is a little difficult to kind of make it sit in the place that you want. I got this one in a size 22, UK 18, and unfortunately, again, the gripes of being an apple shape is a lot of the times things aren't necessarily built for us. So I have a lot of back fat, and unfortunately the back portion here is just, it's quite difficult to get it up and over. So it is a little bit of an uncomfortable fit for me. I think I can get around that, but obviously sizing up for this specific piece is probably your best bet, especially if your body is shaped like mine. It does zip up on the side though, so it's easy to get it on. It's kind of on the lighter side, which I don't love, but also this would be great if you put like a nice petticoat underneath. If I had a red petticoat, I would be all over that look, because how precious would that be? Okay, so moving on, I have this collared dress with this really pretty stripe detail, and this one obviously screamed Halloween to me, because when you see stripes like this, do you not think like Beetlejuice? Obviously I had to get it. I wasn't actually sure if I liked the embroidery here, but I feel like it'll grow on me. And also this one comes with a red belt, and it fits me quite well. And I've mentioned this before, but sometimes when you get belts for plus size clothing, the belt itself is just not plus size at all. But fortunately, this is quite plus size. I had a lot of room. This one is sort of like a silky fabric. I don't know if you can tell. Can you tell by the sound? I'm really bad at describing fabrics, so you'll have to forgive me. I also mentioned this in my last haul with Lindy Bop. I am quite fond of whatever fabric they put on the lining that hits the back, but this soft fabric is so comfortable, and it just makes me want to stay in it all day, which is an unusual feeling when I'm wearing a dress, because I love being in dresses, but I don't love being in dresses. You know what I mean? Again, size UK 22, US 18. Okay, so I also wanted to mention that Lindy Bop has some pretty adorable accessories. I've never tried them before, but I went and got this really beautiful bowler bag, I believe it's called. But look at that. Isn't that really lovely? This bag specifically would look so good with so many of the pieces I picked up. Obviously, it's quite fall. I think I was expecting it to be a little bit larger, but I'm kind of glad it's on the smaller side, because anything bigger than this I think would have been like a little overwhelming. It opens up right in the front there. Ooh, look at that. It's purple on the inside. Oh, and we've got the strap, but also you could obviously just hold it as a clutch. I really like that. I didn't realize that I had that strap there. Lindy Bop also threw in these hair accessories. As you can see, this one is the elastic wrap, and then I also have a hair bow. Oh my god, I just realized what this one has on it. You have to see this. I thought this was just your basic floral print, but I just realized it has these cute little bunnies on it. That is so cute. I wonder if it would even look good with what I'm wearing. Actually, no, not this specific one. This one, you would just kind of slip over and it would sit, voila. We have a headband, which obviously everyone knows how a headband works. I really like these, and there are so many different cute accessories. Okay, and moving on to the last skirt in the haul. Look how absolutely precious this is! I love these little pockets. They look more of like a suede against this really nice soft woven fabric, which I really like. If you can't notice, it has buttons along the front, and that is the way that you would get into it, so these can be undone. Again, it's lined on the inside, which I really, really like. It fits me super well. UK 18, 4X. I love the fit of it. I love the heaviness of it. I love that it is actually a good fall skirt. And wait until I show you the top that goes perfectly with this skirt. Okay, so last but definitely not least in the haul is another sweater. And look how freaking cute that is! It is the freaking cutest thing in the world. Yes, you're probably noticing it looks very similar to the sweater that I'm wearing, at least in terms of the style. We got the ribbon right through the collar there, but even without it, I'm pretty sure I'd still like it because it's just a nice collar anyway. Obviously, we have this adorable dog on the front that just, my heart just melts when I see him. I really like the sleeves on it too. Obviously the one I'm wearing is full sleeve, but I really like a good short sleeve as well. And again, this one came in an extra large, so you can sort of see what I mean about it being kind of on the crop side, but I like that, and I like that even right at the bottom there, we have that little stripe of detail. Everything about it is just so cute. Again, on the thinner side, it's a comfortable fabric. It's one that I could stay in forever. I really love the way it looks with that skirt that I just showed you. Everything about it is just so adorable, and if you are a dog lover or an animal lover, this is definitely one that you have to add to your collection. Alright guys, that is everything. Obviously, I'm quite a fan of Lindy Bop, and I genuinely mean that. I know that I can find some really unique pieces, and I feel like a lot of people still don't know about Lindy Bop, so whenever I get anything from them, it's just bound to get complimented. People are bound to ask me where they're from. I'd love to hear your experiences with Lindy Bop in the comments below. Anyways, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video, and don't forget to check the description below for links to everything that I had in this haul. Anyways, don't forget you can find new videos from me every Wednesday and every Sunday, and new blog posts every Tuesday and every Friday, and I'll see you next time. Bye! I saved the best for last. This is my favorite piece in the entire haul. I cannot even tell you how much I love this sweater. I am quite partial to sweaters. Obviously, most of what I got in here are top sweaters, but during this time of year, all I want to do is be in like a nice big sweater, but at the same time, I don't want to necessarily lose style with that.